And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a red fish, blue fish. He got echoes. Yo, Loki. You got the fish. Yo, Loki. All right, let's kill that echo. Let's double check. Go over to the YouTube ski. Let's put you over here. Cam, don't I have the cam on? My cam not showing? Cammy cam? Don't look at all my commie videos. It is, okay. Is that Charles? There is Charles. What am I doing? I'm coming over to my channel. There we go. We seem to be live. What am I doing? I'm coming over to my channel. There we go. We seem to be live. Okay, sound check is good. Coming over. Twitch sounds good. YouTube sounds good. Now I'll do something in 3D. Oh, Dree's got a date now for her stream anniversary again. So it was going to be in last week in April, but that fell through when her technology decided to take a crap. And then she had to do things until like the 7th. So she is back on the calendar for tomorrow night. I'm not sure the time though. I didn't get the time. It is going to be tomorrow night. I'll try to post the time in the Discord. I was remarking that you saw the cam. Oh, okay. And let's shout out Charles. Sir Charles. Carolina. Where are we? Where are we? I have no idea what I want to do today. I guess, you know what? I think I'll work on... We'll do textures for the new outfit. Let's do that. Actually, I was working on a watch. Let's do a little bit more work on the watch. There we go. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the watch. And in hindsight, I'm thinking the watch isn't actually good match for the outfit we're working on. So that's where we left off with the watch. It's a real simple watch. I'm going to make a real simple band. Then we're going to fit it to the person whose feet that belongs to. You didn't hear anything when he shouted out Loki. Yeah, there's the wolf cry. Loki, did you hear the wolf cry? The howling wolf? Yeah, I hear the wolf cry. I was very proud. So I got to get it caught up. I'm doing the G9 socks. And to get not any worse on the ankle socks. Then when going to calf, it hit me. You forgot to plug in the footwear during the transfer utility. Oh. Yeah, so then you just got to run it again. You didn't have me turned all the way up. I could have it quiet. Maybe I should crank it up a little bit. Let's do that. Let's bring up this beautiful streamer bot. I think there are new versions out on this, which is supposed to not look this janky. This looks like Windows 97 janky, right? Anyhow, we're going to make a tweak here. Let's come over here to the Loki command. Let's tweak. I'm just going to up that sound maybe a little bit. See if this does it here. That sounds the same to me, frankly. That sounds a little louder, actually. We'll try that. A3 of... Yeah, throttled internet. Dude, I am so sorry about that. All right, let's put that over there. And let me just check my output, too. It doesn't hurt to look at. All right, I'm going to play the sound again, and this time I'm going to watch my output. I don't know. I think that should be good. I saw that. I peeked over into your Discord today and saw that you uploaded even with the throttled speed. Dang, dude. Hiccup with her SSI. Damn it. That's not helpful. It did. Took forever, but it got done. Yeah. All right. Here's our watch. I have to say, the latest versions of Blender, this is you can now easily see backsides of the normals without having to go and make everything else blue. Yes, we'll have to wait till the internet back. Sounds good. You know what? I'm gonna mirror this. Do it over here, and I think we'll put a split down in here. Let's do. Yeah, that'll come in because what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap this around this little post in here. And I've got a Genesis in here, so let's hide that. What are you anyhow? You're called Cylinder. You're not Cylinder anymore. And let's take you and let's put a mirror modifier on that. Tab into here and let's look at this like that. I want to put a split there. You know what? I think we're going to just delete that off. And okay, I know what's going on. And then control. There we go. Delete all of that off. And we're going to change this mirror on the Y. There we go. This way, this part of it I don't have to do twice. You know what? I think I'm going to just pull you up a little bit. And what do we get? I don't need this part here. I'm going to get rid of that. Select all of that. Get rid of those. I'm going to slide this back and then I'm going to extrude it around. And I'm going to use a solidify on that. So we're going to go up and over and around. Let's do it that way. Yeah. I'm going to start off by kind of sliding you over here. Maybe bringing you up. You're going to come up around here. Oh, I think I'm going to adjust that a little bit. And I should look at this from the front. Yo, Art, welcome. That is, I should look at this from the side. Put it in the x-ray so I can see this thing here. And I'm just going to walk this around. Like, I think that'll be good, depending on how much I want to solidify this. All right, let's drop a solidify on here now. It's generate solidify? Is that what I'm looking for? That's a little thick. Let's try millimeter 0.001 to start with. And do I want to make a little bit thicker than that? I think I want to make a little bit thicker than that, but we're going to adjust that so it fits better. Try 0.00015. I'm going to come in here and then I'm just going to rearrange these. God damn it, my mouse is in the wrong spot. Okay, so we're going to just drag that out over here. Oh, and I can't select what I want. Drag you in about there. Clicked on the wrong thing again. Can't see what I'm doing here. Try this. That's got X-ray on. Let's do points. And with points, I think we can adjust this. So I want that out here. We want you somewhere about there. I think 1.5 maybe a little large. You know, I need to give you a little bit of room from there, don't I? We're getting there. Thinking 1.5 might be too much. Let's take a look at this. Let me decide. Yeah, I think we're gonna roll that back. Ghost. What the hell? 0.0012 maybe. Nah. 0.001. We'll just do that. All right, now I'm gonna clean that up. Am I in edit mode? I am in edit mode. I am now in edit mode. Am I not? There we go. I think that looks good. You thought I heard a wolf snuffing. That's the wolf man, baby. uh, how are you looking? I think that's a good start. I'm probably gonna have to re-angle these so they go out more honestly. Um, I need to get you know what? I need to grab an arm and get it down here. We're gonna steal part of that arm, straighten it up. But you, for some reason, are called cylinder. I'm not sure why. I'm part of this arm. I want to kind of line that up. I'm gonna pop into here and do this. Fan that a little bit. Patch the wrist. Make a copy. Make that selection. Select that. And R Y 45. And I'm going to do that. Not the median point. Local, global. And you know what? We'll just do this in here. RY 45. I kind of want to put that watch band around this. So I think I need to just kind of straighten that up a little bit. Watch band. I'm going to put the watch band up here because it'll make it easier if we have rigging if we avoid the hand. I learned that lesson on that bracelet I did last. So we're going to get that to fit this. Do I have the dial on the right side? I'm going to go shopping at Amazon. I'm going to go buy a watch. Simple watch. Let's do that. I think, yeah, I got that. I got the dial on the right side. The little wheel thingy. So I think I'm good. We'll texture that up in Substance. You know, that arm is a lot rounder than mine. I think it flattens out in here, doesn't it, towards the wrist? Yeah, top of my arm's pretty. Yeah, my arm's really not. My cross section on my arm is not like that at all. The sudden realization that Das figures aren't human. All these years, and I'm suddenly going, what? No. I think I'm close. I just grab both of these though. Maybe if we do that, maybe I'll just roll it into shape. I think I'm just going to have to make it fit. That is what I'm going to have to do. So I'm gonna tweak this just a little bit with the mirroring still on. Do that, and I don't want to move. Don't move that part right there. I'm really close. I think we'll just bring it there. And then maybe something like that. I'll get a better fit later on when we take the mirroring off. It's just really annoying me how round that arm actually is. Yeah, that's so much more round than me. I think I'm going to live with that though. All right, I think we're going to apply our mirror modifier. And then we're going to pull this out so they overlap a little bit. We're going to put the buckle down in there. I'm going to model out a buckle. And we'll put a little strap on there. And we'll probably try to UV map this. And I think we will mirror it over to the other side, but then I have to make some adjustments to flip the face around and the watch and the dial. Actually, yeah, because the dial would then end up over here on the left hand, right? Yeah, I'm good. Am I upside down? I'm upside down. I'm going to have to flip that watch around, actually, aren't I? Where am I? No, I'm good. There's the thumb. My hour hand. My hands are right here, so that should be good. Maybe I should put a little marker on here that shows where 12 o'clock is on there. I think we'll do that. Anyhow, let's tab out, hide that, tab in. Let's apply the mirror modifier right now. Try that again. There we go. All right. I'm going to get these to overlap a little bit. Oops. Let's set you to be connected only. Oh, I have to put a split in here. Obviously, it merged itself. Doy. Edge split. There we go. I should be able to do this, right? There we go. That's what we want. Do I have a face in here? I do not, because that go all around? Did not. Oh, that's because yeah, we're gonna just do this. Oh, turn that off. Looking good. Bring that up there. You know what? Put that right about there. So I'm going to put my buckle here and a little thing over here. Got it. So when we apply the solidify, we'll get that on there. I need to make a buckle. Maybe I could steal one of these. Yeah, we're going to start with this. I did not make a copy of that properly. Let's try this again. Now I got a proper copy. I did not separate you. There we go. Separate selection. That I don't want to mirror. Take the mirror modifier off that. Put this in about here. Need to make some tweaks on that. Probably better off doing this from scratch. Kind of doing this off from scratch. You know what? We're going to delete off that stuff over there. I'm going to straighten this stuff out a little bit. Down. Bring you up. Zoom in so I can kind of see if I'm straight or not. I can't tell. I straighten all of this stuff up. Does that help? Did I just really jank that up? Yeah, I think that's fine. I got another face. I do have a face in here to get rid of. Right there. I don't need you and you and you. You know what do I have? I think I have some extra faces right there. I'm going to lose those for right now. I should probably get rid of the beveling, honestly. So you know what? I am going to redraw this portion here because I got to bevel that. Bring you down here. Zoom in on it a little bit. Wait, too bad I can't see the center of this. Oh, actually, I can see a little point in there. went the wrong way. Scale X. Yeah, that's what I want. Maybe just pull this out. Maybe not quite that far. I think that'll be good. I have an idea. Let's round these here. Maybe kind of like that. Nope. We can grab these, do an inset. Think like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, actually, that looks good. I like that. Let's go ahead and bridge these. I'm going to remove this stuff off the back. I just select this edge here like that. That. And then scale those flat. Those are come out a little past here. You need to make this a little bit narrower. Just like that. Probably good. I'm going to close these ends off. Then I'm going to round them out just a little bit. A little bit of a round in there and there, there and there. Just going to kind of do what we did before. Maybe not so many. I think that gives me a nice little shape for that. Okay, I'm going to tweak. I'm going to pull this out just a little bit further. Oh, no, I can't. I got to do it this way. Which one of you is the watch band? There we go. Trivision Arts, welcome. I'm modeling a watch. Eventually, the plan is to use it in DAZ Studio. See how that works out. It's a simple watch. We're adding a little bit more shape to it right now. I think that's good. I'm working on the little buckle on the watch. I think that's good. We're gonna put. I'm gonna bevel these out now. I want to do that. I got an end gun back here. Not that I have to actually fix it, but I'm going to. Since how long have I been doing 3D? I've been steady with Blender for 6 years now. I've been doing 3D generally since the 90s, on and off. I'm going to do that. I want to put a little cut there, there. All right, I'm going to chop that up into better shapes than what we've got now. Also, I should probably do the same thing here. So, just... And this is going to go in DAZ Studio, so I don't really have to be doing this. But it makes me look a little less janky. There we go. Put that there. I think I'm going to put that right there. Yeah, I'm not good enough to be working. Maybe I am. I don't know. I do sell content on DAZ. I guess I am good enough for that. All right, that looks good. Oops. Keep forgetting that I have to hit enters between the cuts. Did I just add an extra? I accidentally put an extra thing in there. can't see my, there we go. I still have a couple of n-gons on the ends over here. I think I'm just going to live with a try in there somewhere. So that gives me a quad there and a try underneath it. I'm just going to fix the other side. Then I'm going to just bevel this edge a little bit. I still have to add a tongue onto this. Oops. And then I got to go clean up the other side. So kind of like what we just did, only over here. And yeah, I could have used a mirror modifier, but I'm being lazy today. Did you just cut through? You are cutting through that. I got to hide something here. Oh, I did a nasty old cut over there, didn't I? Oh. Control L. All right, I broke that. I'm going to fix it in a minute. We're going to get back to fixing the geometry over here. Do that. Now can I zoom in? Of course not. All right, let's get you there. Do this. Oh, I should put that cut in here first, shouldn't I? A little line through there. Put a little through here. If things go well, we'll texture this up today too. I have to rebuild that cylinder. I think I got that right. Yay. Huzzah. And just bring this through here. All right. I have some tries, but I don't have any quads. I could always add some extra geometry in here, but I'm not going to do that. I've already gone insane on the amount of detail for this little watch for Dad Studio. But not as insane as some people. I am on Instagram. Let's see. Does the Insta work? Insta, did that do anything? No. Instagram. Did I ever make an Instagram command? I did not. You know what? I need an Instagram command. I'm not sure how to do that though. You know what? I'm gonna slack. I'm still using Streamlabs command bot. Here, let's do this. I go to Streamlabs. I'm still using CloudBot for most of my commands. Eventually, I'll move it all over. Ah. Stream. How do you spell Streamlabs? There you go. My browser remembers. Let's log in with my Twitch account. Let's go over to my CloudBot. Let's do this. Let's commands. Add a command. Say exclamation insta. Let's do that. Quick, Batman to the command maker. Exactly. All right, let's bring up the Insta. And are you my Instagram? Should be my Instagram. Where is my Instagram? Oh, there it is. We're getting there. There's the Instagram. All right, so we're just going to copy that. Come over here. We're going to put that into the command. Yo, check out. Yo. Check out my Instagram. That's probably not proper grammar. Control V. You're also a 3D artist. Absolutely. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. I will give you, if you want to drop a link to your stuff in here, if you got Instagram, feel free. I don't block. Well, actually, you're on YouTube. I can't say. Sorry. Does YouTube block links in chat? I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm co-streaming on Twitch and YouTube. I'm used to streaming on Twitch, and YouTube is kind of new to me. But here, we'll take. Is it the same name? Trivision Arts. I'm going to try to find you on Instagram, and we'll set that up. Yo, check out my Instagram and a link. Okay, I'm going to confirm that. We're going to come over here. Oh, you already followed me, so I don't even need to be. There we go. And did that go over to YouTube? It did. Okay. So you have just followed. So I should be able to follow you back. So that makes things even easier. I'm going to put that over there for just a second. So I don't dox all my commie friends. There's Apollo. There's your art station. I think I can post this. Copy that. Let's see how this goes. But here's hoping I don't get my bot banned. I don't think this will ban my bot. Anyhow, feel free to check out our friend over on the Instagram. Just dropped you a follow as well. I'll try to remember to look at that a little bit more in depth later on. All right, thank you, CloudBot. But you're with Streamlabs, and Streamlabs is evil. And I was doing something over here, wasn't I? It's a watch. I'm working on the thing. I accidentally put a cut in here that I didn't want. So I'm going to delete all of this and then rebuild it. Let's do this. I'm just going to grab all of that, delete it off. And I'm just going to come over here. I'm just going to extrude. We're just going to pull that. Went the wrong way. I'm just going to pull it that way. Make sure it goes over there. I can line this back up. Right there. You know what? I'm going to push you back just a little bit. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of a bevel on this buckle. Before I do that, though, I'm going to steal part of this geometry right here. I'm going to make the tongue out of that. All right, now I can bevel this without whining too much. Did you flip all the way around? No, it's because I have a try in there. Yeah, I tried janked up my geometry. I should have built that a little bit different in retrospect. Oh well, too late. I can live with this. I'm not spending too much time. I've already spent too much time. What am I saying? All right, and then I just got to get the other side. I'm going to turn that x-ray off for a second because too many lines are now in the way. I think that's good. Have to just get this part right here. Yo, Willie, how are you doing? Okay, am I good? I think I'm good. When I say bevel, I'm just going to put a little chamfer on that. So we're just going to do a little, just like that. Although I got to be careful. I got this weird geometry right here. It'll get nasty really fast. But we avoided that. I think I'm just going to live with that. We just shade smooth that for... Okay, then I'm just going to build a little tongue out of this. It has to come down this way. Control L that. You know what? Let's close those, cap off these edges here. And I don't need these. I'm going to dissolve these out. Just hit the wrong thing. Actually, I'm going to leave those. That's the fortuitous. I'm going to just do this. I have no idea. What was that? Why? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to move you over here. Nope, I didn't want that. I wanted that. And I want to just make that thin. I think that'll be good. I'm going to stick you like that, and then I'm just going to pull my tongue out of that. Have you come to about there. I think that'll work. There's a quad there. There's a quad there. I'm not even going to bother putting a hole in this because it's so small. One, try that again. 1, 2, 3. All right. Close off this other side. 1, 2, 3. All right, you know what? I'm going to put little bevels. Actually, do I want to bevel that? Or am I just getting a little overboard? I do need to finish that end off. I'm going to make that a little bit flatter. I said flatter, not flat earth. I select that. And Bill, what did you? Nope. Let's try that again. I can't see what I'm doing. That's part of my problem. Oh, you are filled already. There we go. Add a little geometry there. A bit more there. And I'm just going to fake roundness on this real quick. Red is X. So bring you in like that. In like that. Okay, that'll give me a good shape. That's certainly a lot cleaner than what I just did. My strongest skill, I don't like rigging an animation, so I would have to say modeling. Are we good? Are we good? I think I'm good. I think I need to rotate that tongue down just a little bit. We got to line this back up on the watch band. And I should name things. Are you all? You are watch face. All 4 G9 socks have been created, set up, and saved out. Most excellent. And if you did it right, your textures are done, right? Uh-oh, UVs are backwards. We're going to fix that. TriVision, what programs do you use for your 3D work? Am I good? I'm thinking. You are watch band. Watch band. You are, I'm going to just call you watch. You know, I'm doing that crazy thing where I'm actually naming shit. What the hell? You are also watch, except I'm going to apply the mirroring on that. And we're going to combine those together. So that all becomes watch. It's that. I'm going to figure out a way to. Well, I'm going to rig it so that the hands move. And you can't see them right now. But if I got to edit the watch just a little bit here. So I'm just going to hide the glass. And what I want is, you know what? That needs to be above those. Let's fix that. Need a little dot on here or something that shows where the 12 o'clock is. Let's do that. I'm going to do a couple of little things here. I'm going to select, what are you? You're our face. So I'm just going to select that. Pull it out a little bit. Now I've lost my watch hands. Okay. Select that. Select that. That did not work. Why are you not selecting? Did I not assign you to anything? Dang it. Oops. Okay, I want those right there. Is the watch going to show time according to the sundial? Probably not. Uh, you know what I'm going to do? And I probably have to raise that up a little bit just to make sure. Let's get my watch glass back in here. Select that. Let's control H. Okay, so I have to move the glass up above the minute hand. I just missed. Try that again. So now I've gone up above my lip. So let's move my lip up. Just a little bit. Missed again. There we go. You're 1.5 years into learning 3D. You started with the Blender and then learned Love C4D. Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm not saying how old I am. I'm older than Charles. By that much. I'm not old enough for Social Security just yet. And I may not be the oldest one here. Yeah, we got you. I got you, Loki. I know that. And Willie. Willie's a baby. Not 21 baby, but still. 62? Oh, dude. You're the same age as me and Charles, dude. I wasn't sure. I knew we were close. I thought you might have me by like what'd you graduate? High school in 80? Is that it? Born in 63. All right, I am older than you. Oh, you're the baby, Art. What am I doing? I'm putting a thing on here. I'm going to duplicate this and turn this into a little marker for my stylized watch here. So we're going to Shift D that. I'm going to bring that up here. I'm just going to make that small like that. And I'm just going to stick it up here. But I need a material for that, so let's do this. This is going to be watch 12 o'clock indicator. Let's do that. I don't know why I got a blank material in here either. That's annoying. Watch 12 indicator marker. Let's call it marker. It says the same thing and has a few less letters. Marker. There we go. Come over here. Let's do a extrude like that. I forgot to assign. Sign. Let's give that an obnoxious color we can spot. Hide the glass. Let's position this on the watch face. It's going to just be right up here so you know where 12 o'clock on your watch is. And then you have our minute hand and our hour hand. And then you have to kind of guess, is that, I don't know, is that four, is that three? Is that four? Is that five? It's four. It's four. This probably isn't even accurate, honestly. 94 whippersnapper. 95. I don't remember 95. I'm lucky I remember 2020. Except we had that COVID thing, so that helps. I think we're good. Alt H. I still have to, you know what? I gotta put a UV. Do I have my seams on here? I should mark a seam there. And actually, because of the way I've got this, I got the way that I got this set up, I can't just select around. I was being fancy. All right, I'm going to mark a seam there. And did that actually go all the way around? I think it did. I'm just going to mark a seam there. I'm just going to mark a seam there. So I think this watch stuff is all. We're just going to check our UV mapping on this. And I've got stuff hidden. Let's get that back in here. Let me see if I've got any. Yeah, it's looking fine. Okay, moving along. Okay, done with this. Got that started. I need to finish this up. So I want to put a bevel. I think I'm going to manually bevel that instead of using a bevel modifier just for the control. There's not a lot I need to bevel on that. I remember 94 very well. That was the year you turned your life around and started my business that you ran for 20 plus years. Excellent. And I'm sure I missed a bunch of chat. I see a lot of nice action figures and collectibles behind you. Not a collector per se. I'm going to blame Daz or Poser for that. Oh, that's still red. Okay, let's. I gotta fix this. That is still red, so we're gonna. That's my geek cred, by the way. I'm a geek because I got shit. Little L. I can never remember the flip normal command, so I have to do this the painful way. There we go. Alt A, bring all of that back. I think I might put a bevel on this, although I might not. This needs to sit right about here. Control A. Hit this. Shift N. Is that the flip normal? Try to remember that. Probably already forgetting though. I'm going to put my center right there. And then I'm just going to rotate this. Oh, that's fine. And then I want that to, whoops, no. So this has to come through here. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, I put the center there and then I forgot to use it to rotate on. Boy. There we go. I want that to go like that. I need to take this, Control L. Nope, let's try that again. And then I want to rotate that a little bit so it sits on stuff. Other software besides Blender. Okay, so the main programs I use is Blender, Marvelous Designer, Daz Studio, and then I texture with Substance Painter. Okay, let's put you back to my 3D thing got lost. I'm going to put you back there. There we go. And then I'm going to just pull that like that. I think that's going to work. I need a little band over here too. And I need to take this and I need to just loop it around. ZBrush. Oh, that's right. I use ZBrush a little bit. That's why you're the mod, Charles. I just started recently. I've had ZBrush for decades. Yeah, I mean literally decades at this point. But I use it infrequently because it always breaks my brain. But recently I've been finding it handy with Daz because I can just Daz has a bridge to just go Z. It just lets me drop stuff in the ZBrush. I can smooth it out really quick and clean it up a little bit, and then bring it right back into DAZ. That's handy for making morph targets in DAZ. All right. I'm going to get this looped around here. I'm going to put a little band on here, and then I think we're close to doing that. So here, let me set up my UVs on this before I forget. Which one are you? Oh, watch band. That's right. So let's do this. Can we just do... Did you go all the way around by any chance? Am I that lucky? Yes. Okay, we'll just mark a seam there. And then mark another seam there. That takes care of those. You know what? I can just put a seam, I think right there. I'm just going to stick another one right over there. And I just need to put a little seam on this here. And how do I want to do you? I think I'm going to have you just flatten out weird. Jesus. You know what? I still got that stupid cursor thing in the way. And we're gonna say median. There we go. That's better. I'm gonna mark seams there. That's probably good. I just bring you around like that? Not quite. And there and there. All right, let's see how this is looking. We should probably pop over here. That looks about what I was expecting. Did I not mark? You know what? I'm going to mark these. I thought I had. All right, let's try this again. I did mark them. It's just putting them next to each other. Okay. That's probably going to be fine. All right, moving along to the wristband. Go back over to layout. Let's pop over to watch band. Let's get this flipped around here, and then we're gonna. I think I'm gonna add a little. I think maybe I will use the bevel modifier on here. Let's try that. Although it's always a little wonky. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could always just smart UV it, but right now I still have it in relatively simple, so I'm not worrying too much about it. Oh, can I? You know what? That's going to be fine. All right, and then I'm going to pull this around here. I'm not going to stress about putting. I'm probably just going to fake holes in substance for that. Where am I? Let's look at this way. Let's zoom in. I'm going to pull that around. So, and then, oops. Did I lose my? I lost my. Dang it. Oh, I hit the 3 key. That's what happened. That good? That's probably good. I think I'm going to stop there. Oops. Is it Control Shift Z? There we go. Then I want a little, so here, let's just do. Do this. I'm going to turn that into a little strap. What is the thing again? Split? Edge split? I think an edge split is what I want. Yeah, I think that's going to do the trick. So, what color am I looking at? I'm looking at red. Scale X. Bring those out a little bit. Do that. I think I can kind of do this. And I think, can I just bridge you guys? That works. Put a little bit of a little level on here. Maybe just a chamfer. I think that'll work. I'm going to tweak the little bit more right in here. And then I'm thinking right now I've got to solidify and we've got a bevel. I'm probably going to sub D at one level and live with that. And then I have to set up the UVs. Shouldn't be that hard. Back to here, zoom in. Just going to pull you out like that. And scale a little on the X. And actually, what is the thing? The thing? The Control Shift C, Control Shift B. Yeah, that's it. It's the I'm not going to scale that much. Maybe a little. I do Control Shift B here. You know what? I think that does the trick. Yeah, then I'm going to use a little Kniffy just to make sure I still got quads in here. All right, I think I'm happy with that. All right, now I'm going to duplicate this. I think I'm about to screw things up. That was in the wrong spot. There we go. Let's do that. Hide you. So let's apply. Actually, I do want to use a sub D. So let's see how that stacks in here. Generate sub D. And I don't know. Let's switch to there. Why am I not seeing my colors? Did I not assign colors to things? I guess not. I probably should give myself more obnoxious colors. That's going to be watch band. The imaginatively named watch band. So I think we don't have anything in there yet, do we? Yeah, that works. This will be buckle. Watch. I'm going to say watch buckle. Buckle. Give that a color so we can spot it. Let's split out some of these colors in here so they're easier to see. Well, I think actually most of that's watch. Except, do I want to do the knob a separate? Yeah, let's make a watch knob. Did I do a watch knob? I did not. What are you? You're not used. I'm going to use you. Okay, let's tab in here. Let's get all of that and make that the knob. Give knob a color that we can spot. I apparently had other stuff selected that I didn't realize. Let's try that again. Oh, I see what's going on. The unnamed texture was this stuff. So I'm going to assign that to watch. Then I'm going to make you watch knob. All right. think I'm good enough. Hey, thanks. And thanks for popping in and chatting. I appreciate that. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. It's shaped a little funny, but I'm trying to get it around a wrist, which looks something like that. I'm going to tweak it um, a little bit more, but that wrist has just got a little weird shape to it. I might rotate. I'm gonna. So there's a man. There's a Daz figure, invisible, standing above us. So we are going to tweak this onto there a little bit better later. But for right now, probably good enough. I want to just get this UV'd. Let's see, what do we got here? Do I want to apply the sub D first? I think I want to apply the solidify first. And then the sub D, then the bevel. I think I'm going to do the bevel and then the sub D. Yeah, no. We're going to do the sub D first. Now we're going to do the bevel first. And then the sub D. There we go. And then I'm going to see if we can, I got a little wonkiness right through here. Why? I'm not sure. Which would you prefer, Batman or Spider-Man? I am not sure. I think you know what? I like the actors that have played Spider-Man better than I've generally liked the Batman. Although Christian Bale is awesome and Michael Keaton's great, but I don't know. I really liked Andrew Garfield. I've come to appreciate his Spider-Man portrayal. I I have mixed feelings about that the movie with the three of them together. It was a cool idea, but oh my god, Doctor Strange is a moron. I you know Ben Affleck did a decent job for the role, but it's nothing to write home about. I, I don't. He didn't elevate it or do anything special. I thought but that's just me. It was a nostalgic driven movie, but you loved it. Yeah, the the stuff for the Spider-Man movie, the stuff they did to make it happen, I kind of understand, but it still is just like, oh my god, could Doctor Strange be stupider? No. Okay, kid, I'll change the entire cosmos just to make you happy. Yeah. Um, I think I might back this up just a little bit here. Can I still do that, or have I done too much selecting? So I think I'm going to mark my seams. Yeah, I'm going to mark my seams at this point. We'll do that. This is going to work out a lot better. I think. Oh, we have to get these in here individually. Clickety clickety clickety. Okay, let's mark seams. I've got spots in here. I'm sure I need to maybe Maybe right there. Need to do that. Probably need to touch a spot right there. Probably got a spot right there I can't see. And I'm thinking that might do the trick. And then I have to unwrap this band in here. Let's see. Let's do you just like that and that. Nope, that. Somebody keeps clicking on the wrong thing. Somewhere in here. But you didn't loop all the way around, damn it. Here, let's do this. That was the wrong thing. Shift H was what I'm looking for. Oh, you got really teeny bevels on you, don't you? Oh, there we go. That works better. I'm going to do that. Mark those before I lose them. And get those. And then I need to put a split in here. You know what? Can I get all the way around through here? I think we'll try that. I'm not sure. I may have a... I think I missed there. Let's try it through here. I don't know. We'll mark seam that. See how this is looking. Texture conversion worked. That's right. Don't mess up the UVs, dude, and you're good to go. And most of your material files should just work on one with the other if you didn't change anything. Model's looking good. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. Where are we? It's 8:20. I probably will get this into Substance today. Oh no, not the H maps. Now to decide if you want to swap them all. HMAP presets may not work. Material presets. That's one of the reasons why I like material presets in DAZ instead of HMATs. Because I can use my material presets on Genesis 8. Your dumbass named the or texture files G8F. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Those aren't user-facing files. I suppose you could just open everything up in a text editor and just do a find and replace. Am I happy with this? I'm 3AU. We're unwrapping. Unwrap, conformal. Does that looking good? Do I have anything funky in here? This is kind of... Except you got lumped on top of each other. For reason, are you actually... Oh, you're still attached over here. You're not supposed to be attached. I totally marked a seam there. Other than that, I think the rest of this is fine. I might even try to straighten this out. We'll see. This got a little funky in here, but that's because I think it's attached down here. Let's try this again. Nope. Are you actually attached? You're still attached to the hip. What the hell? Did I not mark seam down there? I must have missed something. Oh, you know what it is? There's a little right down in here. I can't see it. But it's right, maybe right about there. Yeah, I think that's what... Nope. Nope. Dagnabbit. Okay. Do I want to... mark that seam? But now I have this extraneous. I think I can just clean that up. Can I clean that up? All right, let's see if I've got it right. As is a 3D program. It's a lot of it is just rendering pre-made content. Do I have a copy of Daz? So you can find Daz here. What is it? Daz3D.com? Is that it? Daz3D.com? Something like that? I have a schedule. Was the reason? Oh, when do I stream? Oh, thanks. Let's try this now. 38U. 38U. Unwrap. Did that work any better? Yeah, yes. Kind of better. I think I still got a little bit of... yeah, I'm just getting a little bit of jank in here because of my... okay. Where are you? All right, you're up in here. Somewhere in here, I don't have a proper... Erg. You know what? I'm gonna... we're getting to that point where I think I just have to say screw it and smart UV map this. So I'm going to unwrap this. Put that over there. I'm going to unwrap this. A little weird. I'm going to try to fix that. Put you over there. And the rest of this, I think I can just... can we just unwrap that separately now? Yeah, kind of. We're getting there. That, now what do we got going on here? I think maybe if I just put a seam in the back here somewhere. Yeah, I think if I just add a seam right here, maybe. That work? I can't tell. There we go. If that's attached. All right, let's try this again. Okay. Oh, I have that selected still. I control all that. No, I got the wrong thing. Let's try. There we go. All right, we're getting there. I've lost chat. Sorry, Daz is in the way. What the project is about. I make clothes for Daz Studio characters, is what we do. So, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep. I will join you next. Hey, thanks for popping in. It was good to see you. Take care. But if you look at the Instagram, you can see a lot of the content I don't make, but most of the clothes I do, and then I set it up in Daz Studio and render it. My Instagram's still open. And then a lot of people will buy the pre-made content and then make their own renders with that. And some people who are just absolutely insane will even do animations. I don't recommend doing animations in Daz Studio. You're probably better off bridging to Blender and animating in there. Not that I've done that. Yo, it's Rod Shelley. How are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I mispronounced that. It's Rod Shelley. Where are we at? I'm looking at my Instagram real quick here. Why my post Instagram? So real, if you're still there. So for example, what I do is this is an outfit I made. I made the T-shirt, the jacket, the pants, and the boots. This is one of the Daz characters, and then this is a whole bunch of other assets, most of which I've picked up at Daz over the years, and put it together, posed, set up, lit, rendered in Daz. So that's the quick breakdown. And I'm making progress on the watch. We're getting there. I think this is close enough. The watch band. Although I probably do I want to there's a way to straighten that out. But I don't remember what it is. This is probably going to be good enough though. I think I'm eventually need to add this to all the other stuff, and then we're going to UV map that together. So I'm just going to stick that all the way over there. I'm kind of happy with that. Do I want to apply that? I think so. Do we want to take this and this? Why my inside? No. Suddenly my shift select isn't working. Right over here. You, and you missed. There's a little thing down here. I'm trying to click on it. There it is. I think that's good. Control J. I think we're relatively happy with that. All right, I'm going to line this up on the wrist. I'm going to try to remember which way this goes. All right, dial goes to the back. So let's make another copy of that. Let's do this. Let's pop over to here. Do that. Dial goes on the right. Dial is on the right. Okay. That went the wrong way. Don't know my own strength. There we go. Let's get you lined up in here. Did I UV? You know what? I should UV map this whole thing before I do this. Okay. You know what? I'm going to just Packmaster. Actually, let's do this. Scale everything to that. Break out the old UV Packmaster. Just the TD. Go over there so I can see what I'm doing. Select everything. And then I'm just going to do that. And I think because I'm using Substance, I should be able to get away with. The only thing is I want to make sure my watch face is oriented in this direction. Like we're here and watch face. And I can't tell which way this is going. Okay, that is the side. So I want that over there. Do this. Looks like about 45 degrees. DR minus 45. Nope, you are not centered. I got that stuff over there selected. Dang it. Let's do that. There we go. Pretty close. I think for the purposes of texturing, I want at least that one thing just oriented in a way that looks normal. I think the rest of this is fine. And I think I'm not going to use a mirror to put this on the left side. We're just going to copy it and have to pose it into place. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be a little janky to do that. Anyhow, what are we doing? We're going to fit this onto Genesis 8, and then eventually we'll fit it to a Genesis 9. Looking good. I am in object mode. Let's do a Shift D. Take you and bring you up here. Rotate you 45 degrees. Minus 45 degrees on the y-axis. Zoom in. Look at it from the top. Bring it forward a little bit. Let me switch you to local. And I can never remember. Is it T? Brings up the universal translation to, I can't remember. Wah, wah, wah. Where's my tool things? I never use, the shortcuts. Is that what I'm looking for? No. You know what? I can just do it this way. I think what I want to do is just roll it back just a little bit, maybe. Grab the wrong thing. There we go. Maybe like that. Touching the wrist right in there, so I think I'm going to pull that out just a hair. I am purposely putting it a little high on the wrist to make it a little simpler to rig later on. Here, let's grab some of these faces here, switch over to little proportional editing. Oops, I currently have not connected. Let's say, there we go. And then I can just pull that out just a little bit. Like so. Was the rest of this kind of good? Yeah, just a little gap up there. I think that's going to be fine. Okay, this is going to be, that's my right hand. Watch R. Then we're just going to duplicate that and move it to the other side. Let's switch you to global. Oh, I do have rotation numbers. Excellent. Did I make a copy? I did not make a copy yet. Oh, look, there's a copy now. Do that. Over to here. That. Excellent. Now let's see if we can magically get you rotated into here. I always forget, the orientation's a little different in here than it is whatchamacallit. Although that seemed to do the trick. The cap and the crew are too tall your liking. I'm going to pull them down a bit and leave UVs untouched. I think we're good. Just did CAF. Going to import it in after your smoke break. All right, I'm going to have a summer watch. Let's save this. Let's export out. See if we can start getting it set up in the... Actually, what I want to do is I want to make a copy of this. I want to get that watch face moved over there. And we're going to pull the hands out so we can avoid some ambient occlusion on that. Otherwise, it's going to do some funky stuff. And you know what? I can probably do that with this. We're going to make a copy of this one. Be watch for substance. Let's hide you. Maybe hide you. Down to watch for substance. Tab in. Control L. I'm just going to slide that off to the side. Oops. Slide that off to the side. I'm going to move these so they don't cause any occlusion. And I'm going to move that one. Maybe out over here. The rest of this good. I think if we get a little bit of occlusion from this stuff, we'll probably fine. Tricky part is if I want to make a morph target for this to flatten it out, that's just going to be tedious. I'm still going to, I still might try it. We'll see how that works out. But I think it's an awful lot of just manipulating the watch band into a flat shape. And then we're going to eventually set these up so these two will move separately from the rest of it. Okay, so that is going to be our watch. Let's export you. Which one of these export? That's export. Yeah, summer flow watch. Let's put you into substance. Summer flow watch. IDs. Save. Save again. No materials. Uh-oh, somebody's got cap lock on. No materials. There we go. Export that. And then, yeah, Substance time. Hit save. Launch Substance Painter. It's under Adobe, I know. That was Sampler. Damn it. That is Painter. Substance Sampler. I'm not using you today. Painter. Okay, close you. File new. Let's go get the no material version. Right there. Oh, I didn't do that right. Let's try this again. Activate export. I forgot my DAS operator. DAS. Let's try that again. Oops, I forgot to click on the materials. That is an import. Chris, gonna call it a night. Hey, thanks for being here, Charles. Ladies and gentlemen, CS Bond is leaving the building. Did I export? I did not. Is it good? Nope. Good. All right, let's try this again. Edit project configuration, select. No material, okay. Reverting back to previous one. Okay, dang it. What did I do? I think that looks fine. Why did you not load in? Said trying to figure out where Substance Painter went. File, new. Well, let's just do file new. It doesn't make any difference. I don't save. Watch with no materials. Okay, I think that's looking fine. Discard that. There we go. Are my UVs flipped on that? Oh, bother. Oh, is it Control N? No, you look fine. Oh, wait. You don't look fine. Nope, that wasn't it. Is it alt then? Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. All right, now now we're ready to do this again. All right, one more time. There's the watch. There we go. That's better. All right, let's do a little bacon. I think that's good. Let's bake the ID maps. Go up here so I can click these off, click that on, and those off. Change the settings. The ID map, what is right there. Get those colors in here. Well, you should have been different colors. I can actually touch that up. Probably. We might actually. Let's take a look. Yeah, those need colors. This and that. Color. You don't look like you were signed to anything, though. That's mildly problematic. That is. Okay, good. I gotta fix the ones upstairs too. Our right should be good. All right, let's tweak these values. Get that page in as tight as possible for these ID maps. Bake that. I think that came out okay. Okay, let's put. Now I'm thinking. What sort of. I might actually paint some sort of pattern on here. I think for right now, though. I want something kind of poppy. Let's put metal on here to start with. We'll put leather on the band. Let's start with, you know what? Let's just start with a gold. Why not have it just a clean gold? Now those UVs are looking a little funky. Probably should fix that. All right, Chris needs a color checker in here. So we're not quite ready. We're not quite ready for that. When I did this came out in nice, neat stripes, but apparently, oh no, my seams are in the wrong spot. Dangity dang it. I thought I had these over here. And then I applied subsurface, and of course it did. All right, let's see if we can fix this. I just do that and then expand. And can I do this? Yeah, except I don't want to do, I got seams in here. Let's clear. Clear seams. I'm in the wrong thing. Let's come over here. The clear seam. I may be okay for this. Okay. Yeah, that's a little funky, but I know what's going on. I think I can fix this. Put maybe a seam through here. Maybe a seam through here. I'm gonna get closer this time. Oh, yeah, damn it. What I need to do is I need to mark seams on this before we do anything else for right now. UV seams from island. There we go. So that should set up the seam on those edges there. And what I want to do is just put maybe a seam right there. And maybe another seam down here. And now it's gone wonky. Why did you not? Yeah, that works. There we go. That's what we were looking for. And I'm just going to do the same thing over here. Nope, that one's going to be a little bit of a problem child. That's okay. I have an idea. I have tools. I can fix this. And can I do that? Then we can do this. I can clear the seams out of there. I think that's good. Then I think I can set up a seam back in here somewhere, right in here somewhere. That looks like I got a seam in there. Okay. I flip myself around. I flipped myself around. I need to be, I'm looking over, I need to look over here for that new seam. Oh, and I forgot to do this before we get lost. I should put a seam. Nope, not average island scale. Seams from islands. There we go. And that's going to give me that seam. And I need to just add a little seam right there. Then I think I'm good. Oh yeah, I'm good. Of course, now I've got everything spread out, so I'm going to have to reposition everything. And I have no idea why this keeps flashing. What mode am I in? You know what, maybe if I just switch over to here. That's not so bad. Like it's trying to put in a background. Right, let's try this. Create you. That look fine? I think I'm good now. The only problem is I want to fix this. Okay, so this whole part right here just needs to be rotated a little bit. I see there's something saying hi in chat, but I can't see it. There's a blender in the way. Yo, Atha Arva, welcome. I'm making a watch in Blender. This will eventually go in the Daz Studio. Right now, I just want to orient this face so that on the UV maps, it looks a little more level. So if I do Control L on that, did I pick anything else up? I did not. Probably want to RZ minus 45. That's a little too far. I'm going to just tweak that back a little bit. That's probably going to be good. My Blender's being a butt. It's still in the way of chat. I'm not an animator. I just mostly do 3D modeling. And I make products for Daz Studio. So now I'm happy with the watch. Sort of. Now we're going to export this out a couple of times again. Export one with materials. And this time, you know what? I'm going to say IDs and capitalize that a little better. It's driving me crazy. I can't spot it when it got those lowercase. Export that. Now we're going to do this once more. No materials. Overwrite the no material version. Export that. All right, let's pop over and take a look. It's going to go into Daz. So right now I'm just modeling it in Blender and texturing it in Substance Designer. And eventually it will end up in Daz Studio. That's the plan. I was thinking of mating it with a dress that I'm working on, but I don't know if I want to use it with that dress. And it's past 9. So I'm going to get this into Substance Painter and then we're going to call it a night. So I think this is going to look better. Where'd Substance Painter go? There it is. I lost Substance Painter. You can see the issue with my UVs there. I spotted that after I got that in here. So we just fixed that. So we're going to re-import a mesh. Try that again. Actually, I got to do project configuration, do that. And I'm going to sort like that. Yes. Did that fail? It looks like it failed. Try this again. All right, select you, export. So there's my problem. Apparently, I didn't have anything selected. It's picky that way. Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate that. Export UV object. And I got to do it again with the materials this time. I'm going to overwrite that thing right there. Now we're going to try this. And then we're going to select the one with no materials because that's the one Substance makes me work with. Hey, that's looking better already. Okay. Oh, I heard a noise. Why did I hear a noise? Did I get raided? Oh, I have a subscription on Twitch. Hey, is that on Twitch? And you know my PC sex? Yeah, I think it's on the Twitch channel. Hold on. Mm, I wrote this down for a reason. You're my Twitch channel. Where is the Nope, that's YouTube. No wonder I can't see anything. That's Twitch. That is, but that doesn't, that's my stupid stream manager page, which is stupid. Over here. Oh, that's a YouTube subscription. All right. I wasn't sure. Now I can hear myself. Never mind. That's a YouTube subscription. Okay, one of you says my hardware. There it is. System Windows 10, processor, an Intel i7, 77K, 4.2 gigahertz. It's an older machine. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM on here, and I have a GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. So 1080 Ti is old, but it's a pretty good card. I got my Blue Yeti mic, and what am I wearing? I'm wearing my Sennheiser HD 280s. Yeah, it's Chris L. Cox. The L silent. Here, I'll post the Twitch. I am co-streaming on Twitch and YouTube. I'm a Twitch streamer, and I started co-streaming on YouTube earlier this year. I'm not a big Twitch streamer, so don't get too disappointed. Yeah, I got to rebake this. I'm going to put some materials on it, and then we're going to call it a day. So I'm going to rebake my maps. I'm going to restore the defaults. I'm going to uncheck that. We're going to check all of these. I'm going to take a quick peek. I'm going to do my output size at 2K on that. Okay, and then I'm going to rebake the ID map. Which is this one here that says ID map. I got to make that tighter. I get better resolution on that map. Better fidelity. It takes a little while, but honestly, it has sped up my modeling so much. It has really increased my output. But it takes a little getting used to. Not gonna lie. But this is so much better than doing it with Photoshop. And I guess you could, if you're a Blender user, I guess you can kind of do this stuff in Blender. And Blender actually works with substance materials now. But honestly, I haven't checked it out recently. Am I good? I think I'm good. Did I bake my ID map? I think I did. I may not have. I think I did. You know what? It doesn't hurt to hit that bake button again. I got no colors in here. I probably accidentally exported with no materials again. Let's try this again. Select, export. This time I'm going to remember to check that box there. All right, we're going to do this again. IDs, there we go. That looks better. Take those. That's what I wanted. Mode, painting mode. Go to materials. And I threw a quick gold shader on here. And I'm just going to throw a quick leather shader on here, and then we're going to call it a day. And I'm going to save this. And then for those of you on YouTube, that's going to be goodbye. But for those of you on Twitch, we're going to go raid somebody. You'd be out to see now. I feel half of what I do is doing the wrong thing and then doing the right thing. It's like, oops, nope, that wasn't it. Here we go. That's it. Nope, that wasn't it either. This is it. Totally for sure positive this time. I'm not going to hit the wrong button. Oops, nope, that was the wrong button. Leather. I'm looking for leather. And it's past 9, so I want to. You know what? I'm just gonna put that croc skin on here for now. Where was that crocodile? We're gonna just put crocodile leather watch band today. That did not work. Let's try that again. See what I mean? Drag, hold the control key down, drop it on that color. There we go. I'm going to tile that up a little bit. Looks a little better. And I'm just going to hit save this. I haven't saved it yet. File, save as. Yep, let's put you right here. You're going to be the Summer Flow watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch. So this is where we're going to leave off. We're in the middle of texturing. Eventually, this will end up in Daz Studio. Anyhow, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the guy showing up on the YouTube. It's nice to see people over there. Be saved, you're saved. So I will be back. What is today? Is it Thursday? I will be back Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. More stuff kind of like this. Maybe it'll be Marvelous Designer. Maybe it'll be more texturing stuff. I am not quite sure. We'll see what I'm doing on Saturday. And then it's the Saturday Night Social. If you join us for 8 p.m., we have a Saturday Night Social, 8 p.m. Eastern Times. It's a Discord chat. It's an art share. It's an old cartoon. Feel free to join the Discord. And if you put stuff in the gallery, we do share it Saturdays at 8 p.m. So there's that. So thanks all for being here. Let's see. I'm going to look on Twitch and see who we're going to go over and say howdy to. Howdy. Nope. There we go. So we are looking for. You think Jack has his 4-year anniversary? That's right. I think I heard that. So Saturday when we are done on, we can go raid Jack, aka Infozar. The first half of Magic Twitch, of which there's like 5 people now. Those magicians aren't quite sure how halves work. Lady is on. My friend Badtooth Records is probably on. Irumakin is on. Cyristana is still on. Commander Biscuit. You know, I haven't rated Commander Biscuit in a hot minute, so maybe we'll go over and say hi to Commander Biscuit for a little change of pace. So we're going to do that. Commander Biscuit is an art friend over on, who I don't see often enough. He's over on Twitch, so this is where we're going to go say hi to Commander Biscuit tonight. If you can stick around for the raid, that would be super cool. Anyhow, here's where we're heading. And let's see. Oh, the last things. If you're on Twitch, you can join the raid, but if you're not subscribed, use that raid call. If you are subscribed, you can use the sub raid call. All right, let me start this raid, and then I'm going to shut down YouTube, and then we will raid out on Twitch. Did this raid go again? Raid / OV Commander Biscuit. Excellent. And there we go. Did my raid start? It did not. How about now? Did I not type raid? I typed raid. I don't see the raid getting ready to go. Oh, dangity dang it. Let's try this. Welcome to the chat. Oh, I know. I did that wrong. /raid. OV. That's better. Raid has been created now. Excellent. All right, I'm going to copy my raid call. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Hope you all have a good rest of a Thursday or Friday for those of you on the sunny side of the planet. And hasta la vista, baby.